Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of HRD 600, the History and Philosophy of Adult Education. So in this week, which actually starts on Monday, which is week number 5, and actually the beginning of Module 2, we're going to be examining two different philosophies. We're going to be looking at behaviorism and progressivism. And we have 3 weeks included in module number 2. We have weeks number 5, 6, and 7. And in each one of them, the first week has to do with both of these philosophies, and then we get into the progressive side of things, and then we get into the behaviorist side of things in week number 7. So that's just kind of an overview, a very fast overview of where we're going in this next module. As with module 1, I have released all of the materials. Well, when I finish taping this video, I will release all of the materials for the next 3 weeks, so you can take a look at those. You can get ahead. You can do what you need to as far as reading or just looking at the materials for weeks number 5 through 7. I will say I'm a little behind on the discussion forums. So you will have those grades this week. Everything will be up to date by the end of the week, which is week number 4. So let's get right to the module 2 and specifically week number 5. I'll show you what's involved and exactly what it is I'd like you to do this week. So I'll plug right along. Module 2, here's an overview of actually the two different philosophies that we're going to be looking at. You can take a look at the overview, but I think one of the key things and one of the key differences between behaviorism and progressivism, behaviorism really looks at the student as an empty vessel, and I mentioned that in the overview. So the teacher's job is to fill the empty vessel with whatever it is that the teacher or the school district or the educator wants the students to know. So it is, I won't say it's the complete opposite of some of the adult learning theories, but it is certainly on the other end of the equation. So once again, this is, I'm sure there are people in the class that have taken classes where you actually are studying B.F. Skinner's work. So, you condition students to think a certain way and learn a certain way. And so that is, in a nutshell, what behaviorism is. I won't say that it's right or wrong. It's just a different philosophy to progressivism. And progressive education is very different than behaviorism. To me, there's two ends of the spectrum. The purpose of education for a progressive educator is for learners to become skilled in learning, problem solving, critical thinking, and understand how to be an active democratic citizen. So as you can see, this is really, it's based upon the learner's needs. And yes, there's a portion, there's goals of educators, but it is a lot different than the behaviorist standpoint. So those are the two big themes that we're going to be studying in the next 3 weeks. Come down here. The video that you are watching right here, it will be included here. I'm in the process of recording it. And then we get to the influences of progressivism to do this week. So let me click on that. Overarching questions for the week. How does this relate to the course outcomes? To do this week, we have 1 all the way through 5. And there's a lot of materials in here. If you haven't found out, this course is considered a survey course. And in a survey course, we cover a lot of topics in a relatively short period of time, but we don't go into great depth on any one of those. That's why it's called a survey course. Some of the assignments and your readings and hopefully your journal entries gets into a little more of the details, and hopefully you dive into some of these subjects through the papers, the assignments, and also the learning journals. So, number 1, review the theoretical frameworks. As you can see, the philosophical traditions online, adult education. Explore these two different philosophies. And, a couple of people that immediately come to mind, specifically with the progressivism, is John Dewey. John Dewey is one of the greatest educators that we've had in the country. So that's one of the names that keeps on popping out. Take a look at the electronic reserves. Watch video clips. These are all wonderful. If you find, all of these work at this point. If you find that one of them doesn't work, please let me know right away, because not oftentimes, but sometimes I have the video clip on my laptop, and that's why I can see it, but it might not be able to be seen to you. So if you run into any issues with these videos, please let me know. And then we have a online discussion. I'd like you to take a look at this question, answer it as fully as you possibly can without writing a book. None of these online discussions are meant to be 2-page papers. 150 words might be a sweet spot. 200 words in that range, it's really up to you. And then I'd like you to continue reading Lindeman's The Meaning of Adult Education, which is for me, it was just it was an earth-shattering book when I read it. Yes, the terminology, the way it was written, is a little bit dated because the book was written in 1926. So of course it's going to be old, but there's concepts and ideas in there that are really important for us to understand in this course, and also through the exploration of adult education. And then, take a look at, continue reading The Right to Write, and then reflect your ideas on the online journal. So that is it. Let me just shift gears for 1 second, and then I'll close this video out. What about the assignments? Well, the assignments, as you can see, we have the first journal summary, which is due on October 16th. I'll have plenty of information to come out on this. Second journal, field study, and then the meaning essay. So that's the formal assignments that we have. Now I am keeping an eye on, and I'm looking at your actual discussion posts. You will get graded on those. And as far as additional things that we're going to be dealing with in this class, well, we had the quiz. Quite frankly, I'm looking at the remaining quizzes as I think I'm going to make those optional for anybody that wants to do those, because, well, I won't get into the reasons behind that. So if you have any questions this week, please let me know. I'm here to help. I hope you have a fabulous week. Just a heads up, I'm traveling on Wednesday and Thursday this week, which means I will be on email, but it might be difficult. I might not be as present as some of the weeks. I have a professional obligation this week, so if you need me for anything, you can call me, you can send me a text, you can send me an email. Whatever you'd like to do is fine. I will be checking emails throughout the week, including the 2 days that I'm traveling. But in between there, I hope you have a fabulous week. Let me know if I can help. See you, everybody.